And just like that, he's back on a boat. It's only 3 months ago I was in Svalbard boarding the cruise that I did there, which feels ages ago, but it's actually thinking about it not that long. But I'm now getting on a boat again, but not doing the same sort of holiday. This time I'm getting on a boat just to get a ferry across to my next destination, which is Spain. So I'm in Portsmouth and I'm getting the ferry to Santander. So it's a Friday night in the middle of September. Very, very busy, lots of people, and I've got a ferry at midnight. So I've arrived with 4 hours to go, so it's only 8 o'clock. But I gave myself plenty of time, lots of traffic around the M25 in London as it's a Friday, but there you go. And then I arrive 8 o'clock local on Sunday morning. So Santander, 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. So that'll be a good time to arrive, and it gives me a day at sea and 2 nights. And I've booked a cabin, which I'll need after tonight. So as always, I'll stop rambling, and I will see you on the ferry. So it was now 11:30 and I finally made it onto the ferry and made it to my cabin. I'm on deck 9, which is the second from top, so quite high. So if it's going to get rocky, I'm probably going to feel it, unfortunately, but I'm not too bad with motion sickness as long as I can see the horizon. But I can't see the real horizon, I can only see an artificial one, but that'll do nonetheless. It's only for sleeping, but quite impressed with the room actually. Obviously entrance, little cubby-way, and mirror, TV if you want it, bunk beds, artificial window, bed looks reasonably comfy. I'm sure it will be. I'm absolutely exhausted after today, so I'll leave it. And turn the light back on. A pretty sizable bathroom, to be honest. So yeah, not sure if there's going to be any sort of muster or anything like that before we set sail. We should set sail within less than half an hour, so I'll try and catch us leaving Portsmouth Harbour, and then I'm going to head to bed, and then I'll probably catch you in the morning.
Critical situation arises. Then captain will keep orders for a set of 4 long flags on the up.
Well, that was a good night's sleep. Completely pitch black in here all night, which allowed me to get quite a lot of sleep. It's now 9 o'clock, but I haven't had a shower, so I got a good 7.5 hours sleep. No real noise, no real knocking, or rocking, I should say, from the ship. You wouldn't really tell you're on a ferry at the moment, so hopefully that continues. But more importantly, off to find some breakfast. Morning. Hi. Thank you. So I guess I should explain what this trip is and where I'm going. And I'm in my camper van Ruby. So she's parked on one of the lower decks, ready to go exploring in northern Spain. Spain is somewhere I've never been before, so I'm quite nervous, quite excited to go and explore what Spain has to offer. Confining myself to the northern part kind of appeals to me from its nature and more quiet side rather than the kind of busy party towns down in the south. So I've got 3 campsites booked in northern Spain in sort of different areas, one more coastal, one in the Picos de Europa, and one sort of somewhere in between. So 2 weeks I'm going, so plenty of time to explore. I'm going to try and slow down, not rush around, and just take each day as it comes. Hopefully, as Spain is renowned for its good weather, that I'll have some good fortune. It's looking okay at the minute, but obviously 2 weeks that can all change, so really looking forward to it. And yeah, the next time you'll see me will probably be me eating my tea in the evening or disembarking tomorrow. So I shall see you later. Another good night's rest. I did get up slightly earlier than I'd hoped. I think mainly just from the excitement of today, really, but I did eventually manage to get back to sleep. I was up at 6:30 in the end local time, and so I've been up and had breakfast and had plenty of it. Disembarking in half an hour, so it's now just gone 7:30 local, and we'll be disembarking at 8 in Santander. I want to get packed, head out on deck to watch the arrival into Santander, and then disembark. To me, Spain was just beaches and resorts which Europeans would cram themselves into, you know? Yeah, a bit like this. You lounge by the pool, offer your body to the baking sun, dip a toe in the pool before returning to your lounge room book, which you inevitably fall asleep reading, and then wake up as red as a lobster. Now, while there's nothing wrong with that, it just isn't the full picture. Let me explain. The coastline. Sure, there are plenty of nice beach resorts here in Spain, but the coast is also rugged and charming. My first campsite was some 240 kilometers west of Santander, right along the coastline, so I could dive straight in and witness that Spain has so much more to offer. So, strike one. Ever the Brit, I have found the rain. So just as it was looking good and the sunrise was really beautiful and the scenery's been absolutely stunning so far, well, still is, it's just now in a dense cloud of rain which has come off the mountain range nearby, the Picos de Europa. So I thought I'd go and try and do something indoors. So there's some caves with some prehistoric paintings on that are genuine. There's a lot around here that have had to have been closed down because tourists have kind of ruined them over the years, so they have replica ones, but this one was a genuine one. I went into the cave entrance and only to be told by someone that you had to go 200 yards down the road, or sorry, 200 meters down the road in the rain to get the ticket. Went to the ticket office and sold out until Thursday, Sunday, so it's a long wait. So I might add that to the list for later, or it might just have to be something that I miss, unfortunately. So nothing I can do. So on to the next place, which again is something prehistoric. It's just a little bit further down the coast in the direction of my campsite. So fingers crossed. Well, you don't have to have a ticket to see this, which is good. But hopefully the rain stops. But if it doesn't, I've got the equipment, so it doesn't really matter. So it turns out I'm in Spain after all. I found the sun again, which is lovely. I'm prepared for if it does rain again though, because I'm still not that far from the mountains, and mountains are doing mountain things and throwing up rain. So at the moment it's nice. Got to my next destination, which we've just seen is something to do with dinosaurs. So I told you it was prehistoric, it's in fact Jurassic. So apparently, I'm now at the coast. So apparently somewhere on the beach here, there's a load of rocks, and on these rocks are, I was going to say a lot, but one footprint from dinosaurs. So I'm going to go see if I can find them. So we're back with Ruby today in the camper van. Plans are dictated somewhat by the weather. The forecast, which is for a city just a little further east along the coast, Gifon, it's saying that it's supposed to be bright and sunny, touching 30 degrees, and then from 4 o'clock onwards it's supposed to absolutely throw it down for the rest of the day. But still with sunny spells. At the moment it's just been cloudy and drizzly here anyway, so hopefully if we go, I'm planning to go that way along the coast anyway because apparently there's some spectacular scenery, so hopefully we'll find the sun of what there will be before it disappears behind all the rain clouds. What a place. And no, I'm not going to pronounce it on camera because, well, just read it for yourselves. But yeah, what a place. They weren't wrong about the weather. To be fair, the rain seems to have gone away. The sun has come out. Occasionally it goes behind cloud when it comes out, but when it does come out, it is very hot. It's probably touching somewhere between 25 and 30 degrees C, so it's very hot. And oh my lord, the bugs. They're everywhere. Trying to take photos and use the drone and just standing and then watching and admiring the view is painstaking because there's just bugs constantly out here, just everywhere, plumes of them. So I've packed up all my gear now. I'm going to head back to the van, enjoy the view for one last time, admire the lighthouse which I've just passed behind me. It's very nice, and I'm assuming it's like a foghorn. And yeah, move on to the next place. Don't know where that is, just follow the road and see where it takes me. Later in my trip, I was back at the coast. How could I not be? I happened across the town of Camillas, famous for Gaudi, the world-renowned architect. His flavour of architecture was everywhere. That's a university, by the way. It was a perfect blend of the then and the now, including one of the most intimate and dedicated cemeteries I may have ever seen. It was beautiful. Granted, Spain is known for its beautiful architecture and vibrant city life. No real myth-busting here, but I still found some quirky and unique towns, got a taste of the rural culture and what felt like true Spain, all away from the major metropolises. First mission this morning before I even can have a cup of tea or some breakfast, because I'm a bit of a muppet. I'm a muppet because I arrived in Spain on a Sunday. Shops are closed on a Sunday. I had no food. But I don't actually think that's a bad thing. The shops being closed, that is, not having no food, that was terrible. Is I've got to go to the supermarket, so that's where I'm off to now. There should be at least two options in the local town of Cudillero, which is where I'm going to head first. They open at 9 o'clock and it's now 20 past 9, so they should be open. The only question is parking, but I'll go and see what I can find parking wise and supermarket wise, and then what I can find in the supermarket. But yeah, that's the first mission of today. So that's shopping done. Couldn't get everything that I wanted to get, and that consisted of kind of fresh milk. It all seems to be powdered or long life stuff. So I'll see if I can pick that. I bought a little amount because I just need it for my porridge. So I'll see if I can get that somewhere else. And chicken was the other thing I couldn't get, which I found a bit odd. So again, I have to try and find that somewhere. But yeah, other than that, successful. This was a good reminder to not go in a multi-storey or underground car park in the van with my bike on the back. And now back to the campsite to finally have my breakfast, but it's certainly warmed up. Good morning. So, gotten up a little bit earlier today. I'm going to give Ruby, my camper van, a rest, and I'm going to get some public transport. I'm going to get a train to a city called Oviedo, which is about a 2-hour journey. It's just gone 9 o'clock. I'm going to try and get the 9:30 train to get me to Oviedo for 11:30. And Oviedo's, from my research, was supposed to be a very nice city, very picturesque. But from what I can gather from the train journey itself as well, that's supposed to be quite scenic. So a nice double whammy hopefully. Nice scenery on the train and a beautiful old Spanish city. So we'll see how we go. So I've made it to the first stop, which is Pravia. It was only a 20-minute journey. Train was dead on time, which was really, really good, and comfortable enough, good views, probably a bit neglected. But I didn't have a ticket, I didn't ask for a ticket. But when I got to Pravia, which is a bigger station, you can buy a ticket. But the machine said it converted to English, but didn't really. I asked the lady who was sat beside me if she spoke any English. She didn't, and which was fine, because I'm in Spain after all. But she pointed me in the direction of the ticket master, who spoke some English and I spoke some Spanish. So between us we were able to get me a ticket for a return ticket back to where I started in El Pito, to Oviedo. So all is good. So yeah, just now waiting for the train. I've got a 20-minute wait in this very beautiful Spanish town with some mountains in the distance and some trains to look at, but there's not many people around. I'm finding that quite a bit with Spain. There's not much traffic on the roads and not many people out and about, so which is quite nice for a change compared to England. So yeah, just wait for the train to come along and off to Oviedo. Well, trust me that when I go to a city, the first thing I do is leave the city to find nature and viewpoints. But I think with good reason this time, with good views and vistas of the city of Oviedo and the surrounding mountains, and some Roman Catholic churches, which you can view but by appointment and a tour, which I didn't do because I've only got 3 hours in the city. So I'm now heading back into Oviedo to see what I can find in the city centre. So here we are back at the train station of Oviedo, waiting to go home or to the campsite about 25 minutes early, hence why there's no train or no other passengers. I hope this is the right platform. It's the one I arrived on, so Sod's Law would say it's the one I depart on as well. Oviedo I really enjoyed. It was a nice city, some really nice architecture, old and new. The park in the middle, San Francisco Park, was really pretty. Enjoyed just sitting and chilling out there after a lot of walking. So it was a nice place to just relax and have my lunch. I wasn't expecting to see some turtles in the ponds. That was quite fun. So that was nice. But yeah, back at the train station, another 2-hour journey back. Hopefully, some good scenery on the way back on the train. I think I sat on the wrong side on the way here. Well, the scenery was still nice, but it was hard to capture on camera because it was kind of fleeting glimpses. So I'll sit on the same side to get the other views on the way back. So and hopefully I can share them with you. But yes, I'll change at Previa again, and then to El Pito, and then another half an hour walk to the campsite. thing that I found when I was walking in on the train yesterday, which I didn't notice whilst I was driving the van, probably because I was concentrating so much on where I was going and driving on the right side of the road, is there's lots of these lovely little structures in people's yards. They have their main house, and then beside that they have a structure. It's wooden, it's got a hipped slated tile roof, and it's on 4 pillars in each corner, which is just they're just limestone. I think some are wooden, but I think mainly they are just limestone, and they look very precarious. I'll drop a picture now so you can see what I'm on about. But I was fascinated by them. There was just hundreds of them dotted everywhere. Everyone seemed to have one, and a little bit of research told me that they are food stores, grain stores for farmers, but it seems that everyone seems to be growing their own sort of crops, or at least they used to. So that's where they would store their crops for their livestock and for themselves. So to keep it off the ground, to obviously keep it dry, but also to keep it away from vermin. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, pretty interesting, and yeah, I love finding those sorts of things, those cool, quirky things. I think they are confined to Asturias as well, the region of Spain that I'm in. I don't think they're anywhere else, or if there are, they'll have their own variant. So I thought that was pretty cool.
I know, I'm biased towards mountains, like I'm off to a flame. But did you know that there were mountain regions in Spain? Well, I didn't. The Picos de Europa was being incredibly fun to say, translates to the mountains of Europe, as they were the first sight for sailors returning from across the Atlantic. Now, most would think of the Alps as the mountains of Europe, but the Picos aren't really that much different, just far fewer tourists. Whilst there weren't many tourists, it didn't mean the roads didn't get busy.
Now there's horses on the road. Okey-dokey. I think you're supposed to be there, horses. Excuse me. This isn't the time to be blocking the road. I guess you live there, I suppose. Thank you. Hey dogs. What's up, dog? Yeah, I know you're kind of working, but I'm being stopped by the dog now. Thank you, dog. No, not clear. I think they're all on my right hand side, so if I move over, does that work for you, dog? Oh no, I just wanna squeeze past. Thank dog. Thank you. You're really awesome.
Rejuvenecido. Luego me eché la y empieza. Vaya puta, que quiere. Pues yo la barba un poco blanca, mija. Questo è il problema.
My previous prejudice of Spain was just that, and completely wrong. Over the course of 2 weeks, I'd sampled just a small portion of this beautiful country, but I know there's so much more that it has to offer beyond the resort suntans. For now, though, my adventure was finished, and it was time to go home, but not before a quick mooch around Bilbao. Next time, amigos.